Hello, this is Mrs. Dooley, and I am the civics teacher on the Eagle team here at Stone. So right now I'm talking to you and showing you how it would look if I was sharing my screen on Zoom. So the first place I'd like you to go ahead and look is here at the Focus webpage. How do you get here? You get here by going on to the main page of Focus and clicking on my class name, which is Civics. It opens to the News tab, which has any recent news that I've posted. Next is the Resources tab. Here on the Resources tab, you'll see that I have a section for e-learning, face-to-face students, how to, and a really quick link to the Google Classroom codes. If I add anything additional to this web page, it will happen throughout the year. When you click on the Brevard County Schools thing in the corner here, it will take you back to the main screen. The student screen looks a little different than mine. However, they have this box that says alerts. And in that alerts box, if there's a message from the teacher on Focus Messenger, it is located here. If I Focus Message you as well on your own account, you will see that message there. All you have to do is click on that message and you can easily respond to the question that is asked of you. Most of my class is on the Google Classroom. So here is my Google Classroom. This is my e-learning classroom. Unlike other teachers that are trying to do the classrooms together, because some of my assignments are different depending on whether a student is an e-learner or in person, I have created a separate e-learning classroom. So all students who are e-learners should be learning on this classroom. And if they return to class at school, then they will transfer into the period classroom that goes with it. So if you have any questions about that, please let me know. Here on this first screen, you will see the stream. This is where students can write comments, ask questions, and where if I post something here, it'll appear here as well. This also goes into the student's email if I post it here. So students really need to be looking at their school email account several times a day so they're aware, especially for those who are online learners. So on the Google Classroom, just as an example, this is the e-learning class, if you go to classwork, you will see everything for this class since the beginning of the year. So the stuff from the very beginning is here at the bottom. And then you'll see the first day's assignments. You'll see on here you have from the 25th to the 27th of August, and you'll see there's a view more right here. This means there's more if you click that. Then you come to the assignments from the 28th of August, and then you'll see that I start doing it by the week. So week 2, which was citizenship, you'll see if I click the view more, this was everything we did that week, and it goes in actual order. So if a student is absent or if a student's not sure, they can click. See, you'll see the agenda was for the 31st. If you actually could see over to the edge, you'll see this is the 31st. You see this one's the 31st. You see this one is the 31st. This one is 9/1. This one is 9/1. So, and then of course the naturalization process is 9/1. So they can see exactly what day that assignment is assigned. And of course, over on the right-hand side, you see the due date. So week 3, governments is right here. This is what we did last week. It was a little shorter week and a little more involved assignments. And then you have, this is this week so far. It is not complete. But you will see that here are the assignments. If the student is an e-learner, they're going to submit their assignments on the Google Classroom. If the student is at school, they're going to look at their assignments and turn them in class. Some assignments, even in the in-person classroom, are turned in onto the Google Classroom, but it's usually a questions where they have to, basically a discussion board type situation. Most other assignments they're going to be turning in while they're in class, and their format might be a little bit different. So if I go over to say period 1 civics, and you look into the classwork, you'll see it looks very, very similar. So a lot of the same assignments, it's just the format that changes. If you were to compare this one to the other week, the kids in class used an interactive notebook. My expectations is that the students are doing all their work in class, and if they don't finish something in class that's assigned for that day, that they are expected to do it for homework. I'm not assigning a lot of extra homework, but I do expect students to be keeping up. And this is a challenge to our kids because they're not used to sustaining effort for an hour and a half in a class period. So some of them are struggling right now. But if they work hard, they will figure it out and they will get to where they need to be. Now, if you look at this Google Classroom, look at this Google Classroom, you'll see that there is remote learning quarantine absences. So this is one of my regular classrooms. So if a student has to quarantine or a student is absent and they want to be able to ask me questions, this is the Zoom link for them to ask me questions. If a student is an e-learner, it's the same Zoom link, and that is, of course, posted on the e-learning classroom in several different locations. In my class, I expect participation. I expect kids to be involved. A little bit of the hands-on will be occurring, but right now I'm trying to figure out how to do that and still socially distance in the classroom. So that one is a little bit on hold at the moment. I have been teaching for 26 years. 22 of those years has been at Stone with 7th graders. I really enjoy teaching and having a chance to help your students. If you need my assistance, the best ways to contact me is either through direct email, which you can get my email address on the school website. It's my last name, comma, first name at brevardschools.org, and my last name is Dooley, and my first name is Patricia. It's also on top of the Eagle Team letter, which you can actually see on the bottom of it's in the welcome center, right? Welcome section right here, Eagle Team letter. And it's on there as well. You can also contact me via the Focus Messenger and send me a message that way as well. Those are the two best and quickest ways to get my attention. By all means, you can go ahead and call me and leave a message, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. My job is a little bit harder this year, but I will do my best to help kids who want to get helped and who want to get better grades and improve themselves. I really, really hope that they will get something out of this class. Now, one of the most important things about this class is that students are going to have an end of course exam at the end of the semester, right before Christmas break. This is the full year course before Christmas break. So at that end of year, they're going to be taking that end of course exam, and it is a 56 to 60 question test. It is quite difficult, and the entire semester is preparing them and giving them quizzes that are at the same type of questions so that they will have a good chance of performing well. Because of starting school so late, this test is going to be somewhere between November 30th and December 18th. Even though the semester, our first term of block, doesn't end until January 15th. That means I have only 73 total days instead of 90 days to get these kids ready for their end of course exam. So we have to be at a very quick pace in this class. I try my best to do it as succinctly as possible, but there's not a lot of room or a lot of leeway for me to slow things down for students. So please bear with me. Please work your hardest. If any concerns come up, please do do not hesitate to contact me. I hope that if you have any other questions, please let me know. Feel free to email me. And I hope we have a great year in civics this year. Thank you so much.